Hello everybody, it's Chloe Thistle and Verse here, and today I have an exciting announcement. Black SFFathon is coming back this year. So for those who don't know, Black SFFathon is a readathon devoted to reading science fiction, fantasy, and horror by Black authors. This is going to be our third year, going for 3 years strong with the same co-hosts, Arlene of Block Press Books, and Jerry of Onyx Pages, Nori of Chronicles of Noria, and Lucy of Lucy Reads. I'll include their links in the description box below. Black SFFathon is a readathon that happens in October. Why October, you ask? Well, October is Black Speculative Fiction Month. This was a month devoted to, the genres that we read, created by Milton Davis and Balogun Ojetade, and we run it for 2 weeks this year. It's going to be running from October 2nd to October 15th. For those who've been reading with us for a few years now, there's going to be some of the familiar stuff that you've enjoyed from years past, but also introducing some new elements to keep things fresh, keep things fun. So in terms of the prompts for this year, we have 3. One is genre blender, read a book that mixes and transcends genre boundaries. 2, read an author you've never read before. And 3, read a story that features rocks or gems. If you want to read novels, novellas, short stories, comics, graphic novels, poetry, all of these are eligible for the Black SFFathon. And I have a curated list of short stories that is available online for free because a lot of magazines will release the stories for free after a certain amount of time. And I will give recommendations from that list and general recommendations that fit the prompts at a later date. And this year we will have a group read again. And similar to last year, we want the group read to fit all the categories so that if you read the group read, then you're all set. And this year the group read is Shioma's Land by Nisi Shaw. Shioma's Land is a short story. It's about a young girl whose mother dies, and she is raised by gods, and it's about her life with this goddess in particular who has decided to take her in. For those who aren't familiar with my channel, I really enjoy short stories. I really try to promote short stories when possible, and so this year I decided to make the group read a short story. So if you want a print copy, it can be found in this anthology, Filter House, which was published by Aqueduct Press. If you want to just read it online for free, it was reprinted in Clark's World magazine, and so they have an e-version online, and they also have an audio version as well. And I will include those links in the description box of the video. And I'm very excited. I've read Shioma's Land before. I really enjoyed it. It's a very thought-provoking short story, and so I'm excited to discuss it with the co-hosts and with you all. And in years past, we've had an Instagram challenge that's coming back this year. This year, all the prompts were created by the amazing Arlene of Block Press Books, so shout out to her. Because these are really fun prompts, and I'm going to have to pick up the Melanin Eclectic Reading Journal because I don't remember them all off the top of my head, unfortunately, but there's a prompt for each day of the readathon, so there's 14 prompts, and I'm going to just read them out in order, but there's also going to be graphics and stuff with all this info summarized. Prompt 1 is Monster Mash, a book featuring your favorite mythical creature. Books on the Go, a book that's easy to read when you're out of the house. Animal Companions, a book where animals are important to the story. Best Friends, a book with a character that you would like to befriend. Sharing is Caring, a book or an author that you always recommend to people, you're always telling people about it. Book Stack, a picture of your current TBR. Favorite Time Period, books can do different settings like the past or the future. Show a book from your favorite time period. Series, I think that's pretty straightforward. Outside, which is a really fun one. Take a picture either outside or a picture that's creative and you think outside the box with. Next one is Books and Beverages, a book, Black SFF book next to a beverage. Naked Hardback, hardback book, take off the dust jacket. Hero/villain. Question for that one is, which do you choose and how do you see yourself? Next prompt is Favorite Trope. And finally, Family Bonds, book with strong connections between family members. So again, shout out to Arlene for coming up with these prompts. They're really great. And I'm excited to participate and see what everyone else is coming up with. So that kind of leads us to the social media aspect of Black SFFathon. Black SFFathon has a Twitter and Instagram. If you're posting about Black SFFathon, please, tag us or use the hashtag Black SFFathon so that it's easy for us to find your posts. If you're going to be posting a video to YouTube about what you're reading or a vlog or anything like that, if you put hashtag Black SFFathon in the video description box, that also makes it easier for me to find and boost and watch. Also, if you aren't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter The Instagram will be sharing our Lena responses to the IG challenge each day of the readathon. And we'll also just generally be posting information on the Twitter and the Instagram about the readathon, like the graphics and stuff to summarize everything in this video. And also on the Twitter, I started doing this last year. It's a lot of fun. I post questions inspired by different Black SFF titles, just like discussion questions, like would you rather type questions, how would you react in these scenarios that happen in these books types questions. And it was a lot of fun last year. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun this year. So, follow to stay up to date and participate in those. I've also created templates this year for people to share the book that they're reading or a book from their TBR. This was inspired by Nicole from Who Picked This Book. And also shout out to Shay from Shay with the Hobbies. I really liked the Missy Elliott read-along graphics. And so I asked Shay for advice on how she put her stuff together, and I really liked how Nicole put together the graphic for a current read in TBR and stuff, and so I've made those for this readathon. So you can share your TBR or your current reads if you're reading an ebook or something and you can't really take a picture of it. So in addition to reading the books and doing the IG challenge, we're also going to be doing events this year, and I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the schedule. Very exciting addition this year is that we are doing a Black SFF Trivia Night. I say night in quotes because it's happening during the day. It's going to be the first day of the readathon. That's how we're kicking things off. So that's going to be October 2nd at 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And that's going to be really fun because that is going to be a collab with Blackoweenathon. In terms of the Black SFF team who will be there, it's going to be me, Arlene, and Noria. And then from the Blackoweenathon side, it's going to be Erica of the Broken Spine, Deidre of Shade Tree Reads, and Emma Ray of Emma Ray Empowered. So I made a bunch of trivia questions, and I tried to make it very broad. So I understand that people tend to read stuff that's more recent, and especially YA. So if it was published within the past 5 years, or it's a really more popular adult title, I asked more pointed questions. But in general, it's nothing you wouldn't be able to find on the Wikipedia page of a book. And it's also just going to be a fun opportunity, even if you don't know a whole lot about Black SFF, to learn something or to get book recs or, to talk with people about the titles that we mentioned. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's no prize. The only prize is internet clout, unfortunately, but I think it'll still be a good time. So if you're doing sprints again, gotta have sprints. This year we have them on October 7th at 10 p.m. West African time, which Nori of Chronicles of Nori will be hosting. That's going to be about 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's a Friday. And then on the Saturday, October 8th, and Jerry of Onyx Pages is going to be hosting sprints at 9 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So those are the sprints. If you want to read with a group of people, those are always fun, energizing experience if you're having trouble reading by yourself. Or you just want to hear what other people are reading and how the readathon's going for them. And then our group read is going to be the last day of the readathon, October 15th at 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We'll be discussing Filter House. And also, another exciting addition to this year is that we are able to hold a giveaway again. So Alicia of Birdie in the Books very generously donated a copy of the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin. For those who don't know, the 5th season is an adult sci-fi/fantasy about this world where people have the power to control earthquakes and about what happens when one of them rises up and throws the empire that relies on their subjugation and really the entire planet into chaos. This is one of my favorite series of all time. I hosted a read-along of it, I think, 2 years ago at this point. So big thanks to Alicia for donating a copy. And if you're interested in entering to win this copy, we're really trying to incentivize people to come to the Black SFF events this year and participating on social media. So if you make a post for the IG challenge, if you come to one of the sprints or to the trivia night, you'll be entered to win.
Also, to be eligible for the giveaway, you'll need a US mailing address.
For the IG challenge, I'm going to know who's posting so I can message people on there. But if you come to one of the YouTube events, if you leave your Twitter handle, your Instagram, or your email address in the real-time chat comment section of the video, you'll be entered for a chance to win the book. And the more events that you attend, the more chances you'll get to win. We will announce the winner at the group discussion concluding the readathon. I think that's everything. I'm really excited to kick this off. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you have a great day. I hope to see you all at the Black SFFathon. And even if you can't participate, if you just boost the information post or tell people about it who might be interested, that's always a big help too. So yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. Have a good one. Take care. Goodbye.